How you doing, guys? Welcome to the Friday Waffle, except it isn't. This is actually being recorded on Thursday because where am I going? I'm actually going away on holiday on Sunday morning for a week and 7 days. So yeah, content's going to be a wee bit less. I'm going to hopefully try and get some, I've got Saturday kind of to myself, I'm hopefully going to try and get some videos pre-recorded, or recorded I should say, and then I shall just kind of feed them out to you over the week, so I'll keep you up to date with some stuff. Anyway, right, listen, I'm going to make this quick because I'm currently sitting having, well, not having my lunch, it's on my lunch hour. I've already had about half an hour, so I need to keep it fairly short. Right, trust you've had a good weekend, a good week even. I really need to learn to slow down and think what I'm saying before I talk. So yeah, anyway, I've had a really busy week at work. It's been pandemonium. I did one of the probably most difficult things I've ever had to do in my life, work-wise, and it was on Friday, last Friday, and it was I had to attend a sort of trade union client meeting. Now there was about 12-13 people there, I think it was. And I was tasked with taking minutes of the meeting. Bloody hell, I didn't know anybody, so I was trying to write down sort of names and trying to write and listen to what people are saying. You're trying to, you know, it's like, what don't I write down, what do I write down? It was absolutely pandemonium, so that was a bit traumatic. I sent out the minutes, and needless to say, people were writing back to me saying you forgot this, you forgot that. So anyway, it's all a lot of complete bollocks, but aye, that's enough of that. You're not here to listen to me talk about work woes. So yeah, Friday Waffle. Right, I've got a few questions here. I've only got the one. In fact, to tell you what I'm going to do before I start, pick up. I got an email from my mate on yesterday, the day before. There was a guy local to me chucking out some magazines, some vintage magazines, and he was asking, it was on Gumtree actually, asking if anybody wanted them. So I contacted him, and actually nicked through this morning to pick them up. So yeah, I've not even had a chance to look at them, but yeah, very quickly, here's what I got, and this was for the price of zero. It was basically the price of petrol. Nice Sinclair User magazine. Now anyone that knows me knows that I just love a good classic magazine. Sinclair User, plenty of Sinclair Users here, yep. The Super Spectrum, a £200 Amiga, it says here. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, what else? Yep, more Sinclair Users. Sinclair Users. There's a Crash magazine from 1986. There's a Crash mag from 1986 again. I mean, these things, how old are they? I don't know. There's a cover for a Crash magazine. There's a Sinclair User from 1986 again. There we go, there's the cover for that Crash mag. So they're not in the greatest quality, but you know what? A wee bit sellotape will soon put them right. There's another Crash mag, June 1986, Ghosts and Goblins. Absolutely love looking at all these things. Heavy and the Magic, Spin Dizzy, Bounder. So yeah, I'm not going to show you any more. There's another, I think all in, there's 20. He's also given me a couple of Spectrum manuals, which is awfully nice of him. So yeah, I got that for the princely sum of nothing, which was really kind of the guy. My wife would go, well, she wouldn't go ballistic, but she'd probably hang some off my head, getting stuff like that. But I love these things, I really do. I love, you can't beat reading in a proper magazine. So yeah, that was my pickups. Right, the only one topic I've got to talk about today, and it's actually a sort of it's a video response, I suppose you could call it, which I don't really do. It was Dave Loneboy's post 1975. He was asking, should viewers, if you want to call what you guys are, be entitled to criticise YouTubers, their content and their videos? Are they entitled to criticise? And yeah, it's I suppose being a YouTuber, if that's what you want to call somebody who makes YouTube videos, I mean, it doesn't matter. In fact, it's not even just relating to YouTube videos. nobody likes getting criticism, whether it's at work, whether it's by your partner, anything, you know. Nobody likes getting told they can't drive properly or whatever it is, and that goes the same for making YouTube videos. I mean, I can't say I've had we've got our serial thumb downer. He's not been active for a wee while, I must admit, other than I put up a bit of a in fact, before I start talking about this, you're probably wondering what the hell that video I posted last week of that little child playing Minecraft. It was a video that Steve Benway actually liked, and it's a guy, and I don't know what his name is, and he basically, the video was fantastic, the link, the video the guy put out, and it's basically telling you, you know, how much money YouTubers make. You know, he said that on average most YouTubers make about £40,000 a month on YouTube. You know, all you have to do is put out a couple of videos that a few people like, and you will become a millionaire overnight. It's hilarious, really entertaining video. But part of that was that little kid playing Minecraft, obviously recording it on whatever it is, one of these channel things. And then he basically just, his mum shouts at him, and he's just a little spoiled brat. And I showed it to my daughter, and she thought that little bit was hilarious. So I actually took that wee clip, and I put in the it wasn't so much a rap, but you know, I kind of changed that a wee bit. So he's going, wow, 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 wow. It probably isn't entertaining to anybody else, but me and my daughter found it brilliant. So that's why that video came about. It was just one of these stupid things. So yeah, what was I talking about? Are people like to criticise YouTube videos? Yeah, I don't, as a norm, I haven't had much criticism, probably because I don't have that many people watching my channel. I mean, obviously the bigger you are, the more thumb downers, the more people are going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do and how to do it better. The only criticism I have had, and it's probably been in the Blind Mates Only series, and that's where I've been interviewing people. And it's, you know, I mean, I'm the first to admit that my production values in videos I'm very much toilet roll and sellotape, double-sided sticky tape, rather than, you know, some of the high production values that some guys put out. And so some of my the videos that I put out, the sound isn't always great. You know, I'm maybe either talking too loud or not talking loud enough, or the person I'm interviewing, you can hardly hear them. So that's more just my my ineptitude, is that the right word? Being crap basically at these things. I do try my best. 9 times out of 10 it works. Sometimes you're always going to get something that doesn't work. But I'm not one of these people that edits videos and, you know, that much. You just get exactly what you get with me. You know, I say exactly what it is. So yeah, the only criticism I get is maybe sometimes somebody will say that the quality of the sound wasn't very good. I do occasionally get people, Daniel, you're good for that, and I appreciate you doing that. People will say, why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that? You know, a few people have come up with some ideas. I mean, I can't even remember. There's some of my other features that I've done have been other people's ideas. So, but as far as are you allowed to criticise me or anybody that makes videos, I would say at the end of the day it's an open forum. If you're putting things out there on a public forum, which, let's be honest, anybody in the world can watch, anybody at all. If I put a video out and it's public, i.e. this video that I'm making right now, anybody in the world who's got access to the internet could probably watch this video. So of course you're going to get people criticising, you're going to get people thinking you're a dick, whatever. That goes with the territory. It's one of these things, if you're not prepared to take criticism, or, you know, having somebody slag you off. I mean, I've been lucky. I've never had somebody like call me a wanker or anything like that, because I would just you know, probably call them one back and then ban them. But I've been lucky in that respect. I've not had anybody abuse me as such. You know, but you know, you've got to be, if you're putting stuff out there in the public forum, you've got to expect people to do it. Now that doesn't answer the question. The question is, are people entitled to, well, was it Steve Benway or was it Dave himself, I can't remember, made a good point. you know, I'm not a... I go to see a film. I go to see a film, and alright, I suppose the difference is I pay for it. I pay money to go and see a film. I go to the cinema to see a film, and I might come out and say, well, the film was alright, but you know what, they should have done it this way, or the special effects were a bit crap, it would have been better if that had happened and this person hadn't done that, whatever. You know, it's human nature, we all criticise regardless of what it is. Yeah, you know, so it's just something that people are entitled to do. It's a free country, you know, I'm saying free country, or at least the UK is, it's a free country. You're entitled to give your opinion. And another example is a football game. I mean, I'm not maybe that's a bad example. Oh yeah, I do occasionally watch Scotland playing on the TV when it's shown on Council House TV. But yeah, I'll, you know, like most people who watch football, I'll criticise, you know, or even the tennis, you criticise watching Andy Murray. Oh, come on, Andy, why did you do that? You should have done a right hand, a backhand, or a forehand, or should have played a drop shot, or that was crap, you hit it too hard. You know, I can't play tennis for toffee. That's not entirely true, I've never played tennis, I might be brilliant at it. Unlikely, however. So yeah, I pass comment on things that I know nothing about, and I'm entitled to do that. It's a free country, and it's the same for YouTube. I mean, as Dave mentioned, people, I mean, I get, alright, I'm going to name you, Daniel, you're always coming out, why didn't you try this, why didn't you try that? And I do appreciate you're giving me good sort of hints and tips. The problem is real life. If this was a full-time job, if this was my job to make videos, then you would have a lot more time to try different things, to do different things. But it's not, it's a hobby, it's something that I do when I'm not working, when I'm not with my family, when I'm not going out running, when I'm not sleeping, whatever. It's a thing that I give up my own time for free. I don't charge for doing this. I do it for myself, and you know, a byproduct of making videos is that some people actually like watching them, which is really good. But the thing is, it is more difficult than you maybe realise. If you've never actually had a channel before or made videos, it's not an easy thing to do. The thing that I find hardest is coming up with the original ideas. I mean, the talking to the camera thing, I think I'm gradually getting a wee bit better at it. I'm certainly able to relax when I'm talking to the camera now. It's quite a bizarre thing, because when I watch some of my early videos, it's very much you know, wooden, and you know, you don't relax. But it's a thing that a lot of people probably couldn't do. It's just stare at a camera and just talk like you're talking to your mate. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to, I mean, when I'm talking, I'm thinking about who I'm speaking to here, you know, and I kind of know and anticipate that I'm going to get comments about what I'm speaking about. But it's an acquired art, and one good thing about it for me is I think it's given me a bit of confidence. As some of you may know, my job, I'm still, yeah, job update, they've extended my notice period to December this year, which would make it, I have been working my redundancy notice since October last year, so I'll have been working my notice for 14 months. Hopefully I'll get the job sorted out beforehand. But anyway, yeah, I've got, you know, I'm applying for other jobs, going for interviews. As anybody that's done it, isn't a particularly nice thing to do. It's quite nerve-wracking, but I actually find doing what I'm doing, talking to the camera, looking at you guys, it gives me a bit of confidence, talking to people. You know, so yeah, it's quite good. But as far as giving criticism, you know, if people were like slagging off, you know, the way I do things and being quite nasty about it, then I'd probably say, well, could you let me see one of your videos, mate? Let me see let you show me the best way to do this. And if he says, well, I don't make videos, then I'd probably say, well, look, until you have done it, I would appreciate if you could keep your comments to yourself, have a crack at it yourself, see what you think, because it's not an easy thing to do, and it does take up a lot of time. I mean, some guys, other YouTubers, you know, they really go to town on the production values, the editing, and you know, they're professional. the stuff that I do looks shit, but I maintain with my channel, it's all about it's the content that's important. It's not, you know, whether I'm blurred or in HD or whatever, you know. I mean, so yeah, it's all about the content. But yeah, until you've actually tried to make a video or make a YouTube channel, whatever it is you do, then you need to bear that in mind before commenting. The difference is when I'm shouting at the TV at Andy Murray or whatever it is, football or something, they don't hear me. But when if somebody was to put a comment down and say, "Oh, you Scottish twat, you're a right ugly bastard, your videos are shit quality and the stuff you talk about is absolute pish," well, I would probably just ignore it anyway. But you know, if people started to comment things like that about me, then I dare say I would probably end up thinking, well, is it worth doing this? Probably not, because I'm certainly not going to put myself up for getting verbally abused. I mean, I realise it's part and parcel of, you know, being in a public forum, but you know, I'm not going to get upset about it. If it became a commonplace, getting slagged off and that kind of stuff, then I'd probably just say, I'll knock it in the head and move on to something else. But as far as giving criticism, yeah, absolutely, you're 100% entitled to do that, as anybody is, to comment on anything. But you just need to remember, the next time you go to comment or even put a thumbs down on a video, just think about what you're going to do here, because the person that's making the videos is going to read that or see the thumbs down, and it could technically, depending on what you put down, it could technically put them off making further videos. Now, you know, I know myself, I've got a few channels that I follow, and I would be quite upset if they stopped making the channel, because I enjoy watching them the same way as my wife enjoys watching, I don't know, bloody the Great British Bake Off, all that pish that's on TV. And I'm sure some of you guys probably watch these channels. I know somebody mentioned before that they quite look forward to the Friday Waffle. It's like the start of the weekend. It's become a bit of routine. I mean, I've been making the Friday Waffles now for over a year, I think. So it becomes a bit of a tradition for people. And you know, I would like to think that if I was to decide one day to knock the channel on the head, that there might be a few people who would sort of be a wee bit upset with that. You know, so just think twice before you make comments about stuff, because at the end of the day, that person's reading it. They're doing this completely free. They're not charging you a penny. And the best way to probably put somebody off making videos in the future would be just to give them a hard time, especially if a lot of people started it. So anyway, listen, that's enough of that. Right, I'm going to cut. I need to watch my time here. I'm going to cut to the questions. Brian C. Have you put Windows 10 on that flashy PC of yours? I have indeed, Brian. It was one of these ones, as anybody knows. I mean, I've been guilty of always. In fact, I'll tell a lie. When I got my first PC, I actually bought DOS. Was it 6.1, I think it was, and I also bought Windows 3.1. So I did buy Windows back in the day. I never bought Windows 95. I never bought Windows, was it 95.5? I've never bought Windows 98. I've never bought Windows 98 Special Edition. I've never bought Windows Millennium. I've never bought Windows Vista. Oh no, wait a minute, was it XP then Vista? I've never bought any version of Windows from 3.1. However, I did buy Windows 8. Microsoft were giving it away. I can't remember how much it was going for, but I found a voucher online. I ended up getting it for like £10 or £14 I think it was. So I bought Windows 8, which I actually really like. It runs really well in the new machine. But yeah, Windows 10, I got a wee update button at the bottom saying that I was entitled to a free update. In fact, I think Windows 10 is completely free anyway. So yeah, I downloaded the update. It installed after a couple of problems with my graphics card software. It works absolutely fine. Runs really well. It's nice and quick. So yeah, there's not a lot of change between that and, I mean, Windows 8 seemed to come in for quite a bit of criticism, but I didn't have much problems with it. But they've kind of, Windows 10 seems to be more back to Windows 7 with the start button and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it's great. It runs well. All the emulators, MAME, all that kind of stuff works. My editing software all works. So delighted, absolutely delighted with that. So yeah, number 2. Do you wish there were still home computers instead of everyone having a PC system? That's a good question. It's one I've actually thought about in the past. If I was to put my nostalgic rose-coloured spectacles on, I would say absolutely I would love it just to be home computers. You know, Spectrum, Commodore Amiga, ZX81, the Sword M5, the BBC, the Amstrad, the C64, the Spectrum, or whatever. You know, yeah, it was the thing back then. It was like an ownership. You either had this or you had that, and you know, you used to argue argue how good your machine was compared to other ones, and it was great. You know, it was really exciting when you used to read a review of a new computer that came out, especially the really early 80s. I mean, I've got a magazine I've shown you before, and it's just got, I think it's got about 30 computers that you could buy. So back then, you basically had to decide, what one am I going to buy? And you would read the pros and cons of each machine. This one's got colour, it sounds shit. This one's only got 4K memory, this one's got 16K. There's no games for this. The graphics are rubbish and this, whatever. So you had to decide what you wanted to buy. It was like cars from the 70s. You know, you had your Ford Capris, your Cortinas, your Vauxhall Vivas. All these cars, you had character. Now cars all look the same. I know that's probably a bit of a general sweeping statement, but in my opinion, cars don't have any character, none at all. And it's the same with computers now. You don't buy a home computer, you buy a PC, as Brian says here. You just buy it's a generic, it's like a TV. You don't say, yeah, I've got my LG TV, you just refer to it as a TV, a PC. So yeah, that side of things I do miss. However, I suppose you would say the fact that we're now all running a sort of universal platform. I mean, I suppose back in the days it would have been great if I could have ran the Spectrum Night Lore on my Commodore, and the Spectrum could have ran Bruce Lee and Beachhead and Drop Zone. You know, you could have had the multi-format, like a bit like the MSX. It was an agreed format, and a multitude of companies brought out their own MSX machines, which would all be compatible with one another. So that, I suppose that would have been quite good. But then that would have done away with the Spectrum camp and the Commodore 64 camp. But yeah, I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't want that to come back, to be honest, because nowadays we've got a PC and we can just run virtually anything on it. You know, you don't have to worry about, well, oh, that software there, I wish I had that for that, you know, but I need to buy this. I know that, you know, unless it's obviously you've got your is it, what's it called again? Not iOS. I can never remember the name of it. The Mac, you know, Apple Mac, basically. Your Apple Mac, then you've got your kind of your Linux and that kind of stuff as well. But in the main, I would say probably, I don't know, 90% of people run Windows, and it just means that whatever you see games wise, and as long as your computer's up to the job of running it, you know that you can use it. So yeah, having that one stop shop solution is probably the best way to go. But I definitely do miss the good old days of you know, my computer's better than yours, and even looking, you know, going into John Menzies on a Saturday and just looking at all the different machines running the different games. And there was always one game and one machine that you think, I wish I had that machine so I could play that. But you know, in the case of the BBC, you had Elite. That was probably the only game that I ever wanted the BBC for. But you know, I didn't like the Spectrum. I thought the Spectrum was shit when I was a kid. But I used to look at stuff like School Days and, you know, Night Lore, all these games, and think, I wish I had them on the Commodore. So yeah, I do miss these days, Brian, but I wouldn't want to go back to it, to be honest. Let's see, do you think most people will still be using a PC compatible system in 30 years time? Oof, bloody hell. It's hard to say. I mean, 20 years ago, if somebody had told you that Sega would no longer make games and Sony would make games, you'd think, Sony? What? And Microsoft, dare I say, I mean, even 15 years ago, I don't know, when did the Xbox come out? You know, or say 20 years ago, you'd never imagined that Sony, who make TVs and tape recorders, and Microsoft, who make boring applications like Windows. They would be the two main manufacturers of gaming consoles, i.e. the Xbox and the PlayStation. You'd never have believed that in a million years. So I think it's going to be hard to really forward guess where we're going to go. What was the question you said? We'll be using a PC compatible. I mean, it's when you say PC compatible, yeah, I'm sure in 30 years time there will be computers of some sort, probably far more powerful. You know, I'll be running my PS4 on a handheld with all the games on an SD card, probably like 2 terabytes of 2 gigabytes of data or something. But yeah, there will obviously be computers of some sort, and I'm sure they'll all run a sort of universal platform. Is it going to be called Windows? I don't know. All I do know is I'll be about 80 years old, and as long as my arthritic hands can still grasp the holographic controller, then I'll be quite happy. But yeah, it's a tough one, mate. I'm sure they'll still exist, although what kind of form they may be. It might be like you get in, is it Minority Report, where you go like that, and you just sort of push all the windows to the side, but we shall see. Number 4, this is really a bit of a sort of a personal question. Has Question Master Jamie got his Skype sorted yet? Jamie, get on to it, mate, and let us know. Right, that's thanks to Brian for the questions. Steve, Seattle Stokey, thanks for the questions, Steve. A couple of questions for you, fella. I don't recall seeing any Dreamcast mashups on the channel. Do you own a Dreamcast? If not, then I believe emulation is getting better, so it'd be possible to do some. I absolutely do, Steve. I've got one sitting right there, and I do have a second one which isn't working. You know what? I own so many systems that it's easy for me just to kind of pick the easy ones. Does that make any sense? Or what I'm saying is, it's easy for me to forget a system. Yeah, I absolutely need to make. I mean, the funny thing is, I've got my Sega Saturn, and I think I've made 2 or 3 mashups because I've been using it quite a lot. I've not used the Dreamcast for a while, but yeah, I've got one there. I've got a lot of games. I think I have. I'm sure I've featured a shoot 'em up before, or maybe I haven't. If you look under my playlist, various mashups, different systems, you might find some for the Dreamcast. But I'll certainly take that on board, Steve, and I'll put out some Dreamcast, because Dreamcast is an excellent machine, especially for your old vertical kind of shoot 'em ups. So yeah. And lastly, Steve's asking, the Rare Replay, a collection of rare games stretching back to its days when it was Ultimate, has recently been released on the Xbox One to fairly positive reviews. If you could choose one software house from back in the day, oh, excellent question, that could have its back catalogue released in a similar manner, which would it be? Not counting companies that regular feature like Midway, Namco. That's an excellent question. Interestingly, I don't have an Xbone, so I don't have that game, obviously. I saw there was people on Facebook talking about this collection, and one of my mates actually put down that there was frame rate issues running some of the games. I did laugh out loud. I just think it's quite funny that here we're running, you know, these machines that are capable of displaying HD graphics on, I don't know what resolution they are, the Xbone is, whatever it is, but you know, they're running these stunning looking games, stuff like, you know, your Drive Clubs and oh, God knows what, and here we are, we're trying to run some really crusty old games and it's got frame rate issues. I think that's quite amusing, considering the fact that you can, I mean, actually I've got a mate who has bought an Xbone just to be able to play Night Lore in these games, and I do find that slightly odd, given the fact that you can download all these games for completely free and run them on an emulator for nothing, absolutely nothing, and they'll run way better. You can use the proper, you know, digital joystick rather than having to mess about with an Xbone controller. So yeah, I do think that's quite funny. But yeah, to answer your question, Steve, what company? Bloody hell, that's a oh dearie me. I'm trying to think what. I mean, Ultimate were really a Spectrum software house, so there wasn't a lot. I mean, there was a few games for the Commodore, but my goodness, I would I mean, who are the big C64 companies? There's quite a few of them. I mean, I would say like probably like maybe US Gold, the early sort of software stuff that was released by, was it like what were they called? Access Software. That was like Beachhead. What else? Was it Bruce and Roger Carver, I think it was, for Access Software. Synapse Software. All these companies that release games under the US Gold banner. These are my sort of favourite games. I'm looking up at my wall here with my bead art, you know, my Bruce Lee. I was going to say, keep saying Drop Zone. Drop Zone was a British game. You know, Fort Apocalypse. What else? Drelbs, all these early games, all the early games, even like the summer games, Epix games. I mean, Epix were fantastic, all the summer game stuff that came out. I suppose Ocean, I mean, for an absolutely amazing collection. I would love to see the back catalogue of Ocean software all on a single disc, and I'm talking about all the Spectrum games, all the you know, the Atari games, all the BBC, Amstrad, C64 games. That would be a pretty wicked compilation, and that would run on for quite a lot of titles. I mean, they started making games in 1983, I think it was, and I think they made games right up to about the sort of mid-90s, so that would be a pretty awesome collection. So yeah, I would probably go for Ocean. If I had to pick one, go for Ocean Software, Steve. Right, that is it. Need to wrap up now, guys. Next week, next Saturday, yep, when I do my waffle, next Friday I should say, I've got a couple of interesting pickups. I've been going a bit daft buying stuff recently, but to be fair, I tend to fund my purchases by selling stuff. So I mean, I've sold quite a lot of different bits and pieces, retro sort of hardware, games, etc., and I've been using that to fund stuff. I've got two. I'm picking up one tomorrow. One should arrive tomorrow, and one of them that's arriving tomorrow, I'm stupidly excited about it. Really excited about it. So I'm looking forward to. Believe it or not, it's actually coming in 2 boxes because there's so much stuff. So yeah, I'm picking up one tomorrow. I'm getting 2 boxes worth of stuff sent to me. Hopefully tomorrow, if not Saturday, it'll arrive. And I've also ordered this other thing, which doesn't come out until the end of September, so I'm looking forward to getting that as well. But I will definitely be doing a pickup for both my systems. Not pickup videos, I'm going to do a look at, a main Meister look at. So yeah, really excited. Right, as I've mentioned already, guys, I'm going away on Sunday down to the Lake District in a caravan. Got a caravan for quite a good price off a mate. Going down there from Sunday until probably the Friday. I am saying I'm not going to be able to make videos until the Wednesday, the following week. No, I mean, I'm actually going to be back home by next Saturday, so yeah, it's all next week, but I'm planning to try and make some videos on Saturday before I go, and I'll put them out, you know, every couple of days. So that's it, guys. Anyway, listen, hope you enjoyed watching it. Have a good weekend, and as usual, thank you very much for watching.
Thanks for watching my main Meister channel. Please feel free to like, comment or subscribe. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter.